Hello, everybody, and welcome to this special episode of Off the Cuff with the Music
Yes. Hello.
Monkeys. I'm Mr. Music, and he is the Mad Scientist.
Hmm.
It's kind of a somber day today.
Yes.
We lost one of the greats in the music world. Neil Sedaka passed away. Of course, a lot of his stuff, is from the 50s and some from the 60s. He did a lot of, like that. I think, when the back in the early days, I remember hearing Calendar Girl,
Yeah.
I think it's Happy Birthday, Sweet 16. That's
Mm.
a good one that he did. He actually, what was kind of funny is he actually has a song called Stairway to Heaven, not to be confused with the one for the
With
70s.
the Led Zeppelin one, yeah.
Yeah, big difference. But yeah, so got word that he passed, and he was, I liked his music. I think he was doing some stuff on the '50s channel on Sirius XM as well.
Oh, I never heard it, so
Yeah, yeah, he is. Actually, yeah, I heard a few of his episodes, and you probably have to go back and check it out on the '50s
mm.
channel, but it's good. Um, he's such a he was such an accomplished musician and accomplished songwriter. And I think I mean, I didn't really get into his music until in the '70s. When he had a resurgence in his career. You had "Laughter in the Rain," the Immigrant song. Not the immigrant, but immigrant. Actually, it's called the Immigrant. Yeah, so that's what it's called. Yeah, not sorry.
The Immigrant Song, I think, is a
That was
different
Led,
band.
that was Led Zeppelin. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got Led Zeppelin on the brain here. Anyway, so but
I wonder why.
so anyway, the Immigrant, which is a really beautiful song. And one thing he did that was really cool is he took his back, the song that he did way back in the '50s or '60s. Um, what was it called? Oh shoot. Oh, uh, Breaking Up is Hard to Do.
Mm.
So he revived it in the '70s. But what was cool, and I mean, in my opinion, I like this version better, is he took the beginning of the original track and then it kind of faded and went into this slow ballady piano piece. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean,
Mm.
I remember hearing that and it just gave me chills. And then, Solitaire was another one, another great
Yes,
song.
I heard that on American Idol
Clay,
when
Clay,
when Clay Aiken did that. Yes,
and
that's a good song. Yes.
the interesting stuff was I think I don't know, was it Idol that apparently Neil Sedaka heard Clay Aiken's version and he said, "Well, okay, this is your song now."
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. So that's pretty awesome. So,
Yes, it is.
but of course, So anyway, I'm doing all the talking here. I'm going to let Mad Scientist share some thoughts on this.
That's okay. That's okay.
Go
You know a little bit more than I do, so I
go ahead.
let you do most of the talking. I'm just here for moral support, kind of, you know, because I didn't really know the guy too much, you know.
Yeah. So you said you had a story to tell.
Yeah, it has to do with Billy Joel. He was recording an album back in the 70s, and he took his music that he wrote and he played it for the band.
Okay.
So the drummer threw his sticks at him. Billy's like, "What's going on?" I'm making the story a little bit more interesting. And the drummer goes, "Liberty DeVito." was with him at the time.
Right.
He said, "That's Laughter in the Rain." And the song that he composed out of mistake was Moving Out.
Okay.
So put in your head, sing the lyrics to Moving Out to Laughter in the Rain. That's the way it sounded when he first composed it.
Really? Okay.
Yes. So that way he had to go into another room and rework that song, Moving Out.
Right.
So I thought of that story right away when we decided to do this.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents on that.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So talk about Neil Sedaka, and of course, there's one song I want to mention, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention this. The fact that he did a duet with Elton John, a song called "Bad Blood," which is a really great piece of music. Love that. Yeah. So that was great. So now, mad scientist, you're probably not aware of this one because since this guy that I'm going to talk about now was LA Radio, was from LA Radio.
Yeah, I heard that on your short about that other guy.
Yeah. So Uncle Joe Benson, who was a famous radio disc jockey out here in the Southern California area, he was on several stations. KLOS 95.5. He was on the Sound, and I think there was another station. I think Arrow something. I forgot the name. I mean, all those stations. The only one, the station that's remaining standing, I think, the only station that really plays good rock in Southern California is KLOS, and I don't even listen to that anymore because of all the commercials. I don't even know who's on KLOS anymore. I have any clue.
Well, so we should Google it.
Now you can go on their website, but I mean, and even but that's beside the point. So anyway, there was a guy, Uncle Joe Benson. Now he was. I'm going to talk about the KLOS stuff. So he was actually known as the he did the Rock and Roll Race Report because he actually in his spare time he raced cars. Really good stuff. And he also wrote several books called Uncle Joe Benson's Record Guide, I believe it is. And you know what really irritates me is I had copies of those, some of them, and I don't know where they went. I don't know. I can't imagine me throwing them out, but I don't know. I can't find them anywhere. So,
right.
And there was what was really bad is I actually had one that was autographed.
Oh, darn.
And it's like, okay, it's got to be floating around here in this house somewhere, but I just don't know where it is. Yeah. Anyway, so Uncle Joe, there was a really cool thing that they were doing this on KLOS on Sunday nights, a show called The Seventh Day. And what they do is they would play 7 classic albums in their entirety. Okay? And, of course, back in the day, you hear this, all right, where's my tape recorder?
You can pretty much play anything, right? Back in the day.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, back in those days, it didn't take long for the record companies, I think, to say, not doing that. But they'd play 7 classic albums, and they would, minimal interruption. And,
right.
He was such a wealth of information, on these albums. And, I think I have a few recorded on tape, and I still have them. Just so, I could hear Uncle Joe, because Uncle Joe's that deep voice, he said, they go, okay, 95.5 KLOS, something like that, a really deep voice, but he was so good. And then, of course, the Seventh Day kind of went, I think eventually they changed it to only played one side of an album.
Hmm.
And then I think
Okay, if you want to hear the second side, you have to go out and buy the record.
yeah, exactly. Go out and buy it. And this was way before streaming services. So, but yeah, so interesting. And then of course, they don't have that stuff anymore. That's long gone.
Long gone, long gone.
I didn't even know about Uncle Joe passing, but he did. I think he died a few days ago. And it was really unfortunate.
But yeah, Neil Sedaka was today, obviously.
Yeah. So we wanted to just come online and talk a little bit about this, and it's kind of
I figured, due to the fact that I'm the mad scientist and everything, I'm like, okay, we need to do something for this person, Neil Sedaka. Anyway, I didn't know you were going to throw that other guy in there too, but whatever.
Well, out of respect,
Yes,
I did do a short on the channel earlier today, just talking a little bit about both of them. But as we were talking amongst ourselves today, we figured, well,
might as well
we go on out and make a little video and stuff. So, but anyway, we just wanted to talk about this and say may they both rest in peace.
May they rest in peace.
They provided a lot of good times, good music, for us, and then unfortunately, Mad Scientist didn't have the joy of hearing Uncle Joe Benson. He did. He did. I think there was a syndicated show that he was involved with too, but I forgot what it was. So I mean, I don't know who made it.
I can probably find him on YouTube or something.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. I mean,
yeah.
Now that he's gone, that's going to be all over the place. But yeah. But and he had a show that he did called Local Licks, which was kind of helped a lot of local bands in the area. Get them some exposure. So anyway, just wanted to bring this up, and anyway, hope you if you like the video, just give it a like. The usual stuff.
Usual stuff, yeah.
Exactly. Ring the bell so you get notified of upcoming videos.
Right, and we will definitely be back next time with more uplifting scenarios.
Keep an eye out, or listen to we have some other videos that recently were put up on the channel.
Yes, check those out.
The AC/DC album ranking. Check those out. Good stuff.
Yes.
I also did I have a series called What's on My Playlist, and I did that for Alice Cooper. So check that out. If you're into that.
Yes.
Anyway, we are the Music Buddies, and once again, rest in peace, Neil Sedaka and Joe Benson. You will be missed but not forgotten.
That's right.
Bye.
Take care, everybody.